Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hello. Hello. What's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I just want to make sure, and I can hear you clearly.
Okay,
I
cool.
can hear you clearly. And how you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So are you wearing your glasses right now?
My glasses? Yeah.
I swear you just look so sexy in your glasses. I love when you wear them.
Thank you. I actually got new ones, so.
Oh, okay. So shoot. So what's been going on, man? What's been up?
My goodness. A lot's been up, I feel like. I don't know. I was just in LA. I'm going to New York tomorrow. Been a little busy this month.
So it's I mean, in the annals, I remember from back in the day, like shoots get heavy around this time because they try to shut down around October to get ready for AVN and shit. I mean, that what mainstream do or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So and I see you jet set, and I be following you. I'm like, look at that night, just I meant to tell you that picture with you on top of the Freak Mob bench spread and shit.
Oh,
that shit was fire, yo. That shit was fire,
Trust
yo.
me, I worked hard to get that shoot. It took a minute to finally link up with Freak Mom, but I'm glad I could make it happen.
Man, I just hold on. Let me just go ahead and get this out the way real quick, and then we can get this on. All right. I ain't about to go through a long introduction, the long shit, people. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor. I'm your host, Captain Oliver Southern Chant, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find me on allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. Let me tell you about 3 wonderful sponsors we got. The first will be the Facebook of the LS community, lsworld.com. Next up is the hottest adult magazine on the web. I'm talking about eroticismmagazine.com. And for you content creators, 90% profit. And for, as well as no hashtags. And for you consumers, a new place for you to consume your Triple X content. Talking about excitebunny.com. Proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Also go to shopgwdistrict.com and get some shopping done. Hold on. See, that's what I get for smoking. You get that cotton mouth. So, where was I? Yes, go to shopgwdistrict.com and get the opportunity to buy products from over 500 Black-owned retailer shops and boutiques. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com, as well as the BGP LLC app, which you can download on your phone, or you can access it via your browser. And a new spot. We're now a proud member of the Full Swap Radio family. So go over to fullswapradio.com and listen to me and a multitude of wonderful podcasts that discuss sexuality, porn, and everything else up under the sun. Some freaky shit. So because she done been on here, I got to give her a right introduction. I can't let her introduce herself. So, okay, first of all, she is Miss Smoke This Over. And the reason why, because she has still the record most listened to episode in the history of my podcast.
Wow.
It's still being listened to this day. I'm just saying, it's funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? She is a mainstream starlet. She is a squirter, a dick goggler, one of the prettiest eyes in the freaking world out of this piece. And she is a beast in this business. And y'all know her, y'all love her. I'm talking about Gracie Squirts. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my
I'm
God.
back.
It is. Yeah, I mean, no, seriously. You have like nobody has a clip to your episode.
Wow.
I'm
I'm
like,
honored.
yeah. You. There's one thing I can sit here and say. I don't, pull no punch. Just say shit. To say shit. No. You do numbers when you come on my show. The
Well, I'm
fans love
glad. I'm glad
you
it's interesting.
And it's just crazy because when I think about and like if I, every now and then I go back and listen to old episodes and I think about your growth and your
Hmm.
evolution from the first time I ever interviewed you.
Hmm.
Long ways, yo. Long ways.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot has changed.
Yeah. So what's been up? What's been up? Let's go there. What has you been doing? Who you been shooting with? Who you been working with? I know you've been saying that you wanted to get more mainstream. It seemed like you've been doing that.
Yeah, I've just been kind of like focusing on like, I've always been about quality instead of quantity, and now
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of focusing on the names that people want me to work with, like my subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
the people they want me to work with. I'm just kind of working on getting up to their level and being able to collab with some of those people. Um, Actually, when I was in LA, that was my best LA trip ever. Usually, I did not have a very good time in LA, if I'm being honest. But I got a lot of shoots this time, a lot of really good shoots.
Outside, but straight on the inside. But go ahead.
What's up?
I said I heard it's pretty on the outside, but not
It's
so
not even,
pretty.
it's not pretty on the outside. It was a very eventful trip. But I got, like I said, I got a lot of really good shoots. I worked with Isaiah Maxwell, of course, my favorite.
He's
Um,
legend.
yes, very happy to work with him. That was actually my second time working with him, but my first time getting like a trade scene with him.
Okay.
So very, very happy about that. And then when I first got there, I worked with Real. He's actually a white guy, which I know some people are surprised that I'm working with white guys now, but I am. But he's a mainstream guy. He was really cool, really good to work with, really fun, good vibes. And then I worked with Stretch Daddy. That's
Mhm.
his Twitter name. He's cool, good vibes as well. Worked with my friend Courtney Chase. I've worked with her before. Love her. She's really cool. And then we did a threesome with her like main content partner. His Twitter username is Mystery Meat. He was great to work with too. Oh, and then the last day in LA, I worked with Tyrone Love, who was great to work with. He had really good vibes too. So
So yeah, it's how you really got it in. So most of this was like what content. So with some paid mixed in, or it was just all the shoots you did was content.
oh no, I don't get any pro shoots out in LA ever. It was all content trades.
No doubt. But see, no, but I mean to be honest with you, the fact that you're willing to travel, because you have a lot of females that don't travel.
Hmm.
And it's like
Or
um,
they wait till they travel on other people's dimes.
yeah. Pretty. It's kind of like you don't wait on that. You make moves. Period. And
Yeah,
I mean,
I used to be like that when I first started getting flown out for shoots. I was like, oh wow, I'm getting flown out. This is nice. Getting put up in a hotel. But then I was really limited on what I could do, and how long I could stay, and what I was doing. Who I was working with. So
mhm.
it was an expensive trip, but the content that I got was just amazing. So whatever I spent, it's definitely gonna be worth it. And that's just something I had to learn. Like you really do have to spend money to make money.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, as you grow in this business, even with me, because like I said, I'm still working on getting to where I can actually move around the country and travel, a financial tip.
hmm
Um, you kind of have to move around. You kind of have
yeah.
to get in places or what have you. And plus, there's
And
no telling what you might connect with. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say I am fortunate that like in Florida, at least a lot of people do come down to Miami, and that's only about like a 4 hour drive for me. I'm actually gonna be there in the beginning of September to shoot with some people. But no, I never get out to the West Coast. I was gonna try to go to Vegas after my LA trip,
Mhm.
but I think I don't know. I got too LA, and then everyone that I was supposed to shoot with in Vegas kind of canceled on me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna cancel my flight and book it back home. I'm gonna, take my winnings and run type of thing.
Oh, I feel you.
I'll try Vegas again. I think it was a bad week. Like it was the weekend of the Urban X Awards.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, everyone was in LA the weekend I was supposed to be in Vegas. So I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna cancel this trip. Try it again next month.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go to the Urban X. Or,
Honestly, like it, I don't know. I'm not really a main. Urban X is like a super mainstream award, so I
woman,
feel like.
please. You what? You just shot with majority of the motherfuckers that were nominated. Stop playing now, this piece. Stop
Okay, but like I'm still not. I don't know. I have like a couple of mainstream shoots under my belt, but I'm still not. I don't consider myself a mainstream girl. But if I had someone to go with to the Urban X Awards, I probably would have gone. But I just showing up like by myself, I would have felt too awkward. I'm a very like introverted person, so people don't really realize that about me.
But I mean, I ain't gonna front. That's a lot of us though, to a certain extent,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like the ones that the freakiest one on camera, the ones that don't never do shit or hardly go out. Or
Yeah, no, when I'm at home in Tampa, like I get people to reach out to me to film in Tampa, but like I'm just extremely low key at home. I don't really film a lot when I'm at home. I kind of just relax, chill with my cats, edit my content.
most definitely. So, did you go to the Exotica in Miami?
Yes, I did. That was my first Exotica. It was
Oh
interesting.
my God! So, tell me about your experience at the Exotica.
Um,
I saw you was around Heck Tech. Congrats to him winning the Fetish Con award.
oh yeah. Hectech. That was I actually met Hectech during XBiz, which was in May. He didn't go to Exotica, but he was at FetishCon, which FetishCon is in St. Pete, and St. Pete's like super close to where I live. I didn't go to the fetish convention, like the actual convention. I went to the pool party.
Mm.
But
Oh,
I
but you
wanted to
went
be
to
in
the pool
town to
party.
work with people.
Wait, did you have on a two piece?
Yes. Actually, it was so funny. I had a bathing suit on that was like it had like lemons on it, and
Mm.
people kept complimenting the lemons. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you look like an orchard." I'm like, "Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment, I guess."
No, you probably looking amazing in the baby suit, and the baby suit probably was hot pattern. You know, and probably
Yeah.
ain't nobody seen before. Period. So yeah, because I tell people
Yeah.
always strive to get outfits that everybody don't have, so it makes you stand
Oh
out.
yeah. Yeah. No, I feel that. It was interesting. Exotica it was whatever. It wasn't really all that it was cracked up to be, honestly. But I didn't really go to Exotica with the mindset that I'm gonna like shoot 5 scenes a day and I'm gonna get a billion scenes and blah 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 blah. Like I worked with photographers more, and I love the photographers that I worked with at Exotica. It's like some of my favorite photo shoots I've done so far.
Oh, so you did
So
pinup work?
yeah, kind of. Like I did um like a beach photo shoot, and then we went back to my hotel room, did some in the hotel room. Um, I worked with Ken from BBW Highway. He was there. Well, he was there towards the end of the weekend. He didn't go to the actual convention. He was just going to be in
Mhm.
town to shoot. But he took some of my pictures. But yeah, no, I just wanted to go just because, it's practically in my backyard and I've never been to one, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
why not go? It's right there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it was like I said, if you're the type of person that wants to go and shoot a bunch, it's
Yeah.
great. But like I said,
But
that's
I
just
mean,
not my
but
mindset.
not even to shoot, but just to be a part of the ambiance, or even just to meet people in the network. Because even to the point that one, I know you one that you keep a TTS, so it's
Huh?
kind of like I know you probably one that keep a TTS. You feel me? Or you pretty much stay tested. So
Oh
it's
yeah, no, I'm
so
always.
so
I actually went to TTS today.
so it ain't like if you have an accidental pro shoot that happens to happen because you were there, you're not prepared. You feel what I'm coming from?
Right.
But
I
so
mean, actually,
much.
like that's how I finally met up with Freak Mob. Like we had been talking in the DMs on Twitter for a while, but it just never worked out as shooting. And then he was like, "Hey, come to my booth, say hi." I said hi, and I I kind of have a thing where I can like win people over once they meet me in person. So he was like, "Come back next weekend for a shoot." So actually, with Freak Mob, it wasn't even the weekend of Exotica; it was the weekend
Mhm.
after. But that was really the only shoot that I got out of Exotica was the Freak Mob, and it wasn't even the same
But
weekend.
it's Freak Mob though. It's
Oh no, I know. Trust me. Like I'm very pleased that I got the shoot. I'm very happy. If I was only to get one shoot, I'm very happy that that's the shoot. Because was it for XBiz? The only shoot that I did for XBiz was Team Skeet. So you know, quality over
another
quantity. I'm okay. I'm okay if the one shoot I do is like a pro shoot.
I mean, but no, but it, to me that's a productive weekend because, like I said,
Hmm.
it's you saying and you manifesting. I want to get more mainstream. You just
Hmm.
Team Ski, Freak Mob. It's somewhat coming, slowly but surely, because you're getting up the ladder. That's why I tell people the way that you move on the set, the way that you shoot, the way you show up is if it's impressive, it's gonna make them tell others. Because
Hmm.
trust me, them beautiful, pretty blue eyes, motherfuckers is probably asking like, okay, what's up with that Gracie Squirrels? I saw on your thing, you got a nice ass and everything, but how she is to work with. She punctual, she on time, she flirted
Hmm.
like, da, 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 da. Period. Because that's how producers work. Because their whole thing is they copycat off each other anyway. We kind of got no choice,
Oh yeah.
period. So
Yeah.
we kind of look at who's, and we know which companies is popping at what times of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah. So let's talk about the what else you did before we talk about shoot. What else did you do during the Exotica? Because I'm pretty sure you shaked your buns. I saw you was on the beach, hanging out.
Yeah, I was on the beach. Honestly, Exotica, like I said, it wasn't all that. FetishCon was more fun, even though I didn't go to that. I walked around Friday and Saturday night, but I didn't even go to the after parties or anything. I was like, I just kind of want to go home. But FetCon was really fun. There's a lot in town that I worked with. I met Paige Steele. Paige Steele's great. She's became like a really good friend of mine. We went parasailing. That was really fun. She invited me to go. So yeah, that with
Nice.
her we did a lot on the beach. Um,
Oh my god, that
but
was your
yeah.
first time parasailing?
Oh no, I've parasailed before.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I've parasailed before, but no, she had never been parasailing. Actually, there's a really crazy story about the parasailing.
Okay.
Um, it's not even about the parasailing, but it kind of is. So, the boat that we went parasailing on is me, and it was like these two guys that were the captains, whatever. Well, one guy was the captain, and the other guy was like the guy that hooked us into the harness. So I live in St. Pete, near St. Pete. The other day, there was a report of someone that went missing, and then literally the next day, a body shows up in on St. Pete Beach, like a dead body. It was literally the guy that hooked us into the parasail.
Oh fuck.
Literally 2 weeks after that happened, it was that guy. Like he went boating on his own, like on his own boat. He went boating
Yeah,
alone at night, which I grew up here and we're literally told don't go boating alone at night, but
yeah.
people still do it. And it's just something happened and he died. But I was like, that's crazy. We literally two weeks ago we saw him.
That
We literally still
is,
have the video. We paid for the GoPro footage, and he's literally on the video, like strapping us in and everything. I'm like, what are the odds? That's so crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. That's life for you. Unexpected shit.
Yeah, very, very much. But other than that, I mean, that was after FetCon. But
Mhm.
other than that, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't go to the actual convention, but the pool party was really fun. Um, Worked with some good people. Rodrigo Amor. He used to live in Tampa, but he got big time and moved to Vegas. And now, he's on to bigger and better things. But I did work with him. He was back in town. Hectech shot the scene that I filmed with Paige, and the scene was really, really good. Um, oh, and then Rome. Rome Major. He was in town. How can I forget about Rome? He
Oh
was in
yeah,
town, and I
he
worked with
messed
him.
you up, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, that man slept over. We filmed a lot.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like your hit list is yeah, top dudes. Period.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. So with your Freak Mob scene, who did you work with on set? And I mean, you're used to going on set anyway, or what have you, because you've been doing it long enough, or what have you. So, but
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Freak Mob shoot, it was just a trade shoot. So it
Mhm,
was very casual. I just went to the condo that they had in Miami.
mhm,
I shot Freak Mob. I don't know if he was like public with his name.
mhm.
Um, but I shot with
You
the main
ain't got to
guy.
say his name. You ain't got to say his name. He good.
It was like that. I mean, Flock was
Yeah.
there, but and I literally cannot remember the camera guy's name. That sounds so bad. I wish I could remember. But yeah, it was just the three of them there, and then I showed up, and then Nicole did my makeup. Nicole's great. She did my makeup. Oh, not Nicole. I'm so sorry, Natalie. Natalie did my makeup, and she did my makeup before for Dick Drainers last year, and she's great. But other than that, it was just really chill. But it's like I said, it's a trade scene. I talked to them the other day. They said that they're almost done with it, editing it.
Mhm, mhm.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I wanted to see with Freak Mom no matter what. I'm like, I literally told him, I'm like, paid, trade, whatever. Like, I want to be on your site and I want your secret.
Now, low key, quiet is kept. If what I done heard, there are a lot of these companies are doing content trade or paid trade.
Mm-hmm.
I had this conversation with somebody about it, what have you, and stuff. And it's kind of not surprising to a certain extent because the way to hook y'all ladies, because the way they used to be able to hook ladies, they can't. You feel what I'm saying? Because y'all now do have your own content. You can build your own fan base. You don't necessarily need them to boost yourself. Don't get it twisted. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting for a major company, it helps, but not necessarily. But females can still do it without them. So I mean,
Right.
like what companies? We're gonna manifest for a second. You would do a content trade with. If they step you said we'll do a content trade with you next week, what company would you jump for that?
I mean, that's kind of hard because there's not a lot that I do content trades for. Free Club was kind of one of the only exceptions, and that's only because like I'd been trying to work with them for months, and like
So if
I didn't, huh?
If Brazzers hit you up and said content trade,
Probably like if they're paying for my flight, my hotel, maybe, and my talent testing. I'm just saying, like Brazzers is gonna make so much fucking money off of the video. It doesn't matter what I sell it for. Like they're gonna go way above and beyond. So I have to have some kind of like incentive to do with a big ass company like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're
so
gonna make
so
so much money. Like even Team Ski, I just did a blowjob scene for them and they paid me for that. Like, come on. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if Brazzers is asking for trade scenes, like, I feel like something might be going on. That might be like,
Look,
you know, one of the signs of the apocalypse or something.
And no, straight up, that is gangster. And that's, ladies, I wish I could have recorded that and played that back. For the audio clip. That's the mind state you're supposed to have. Because a lot of chicks would have said, oh yeah, I do it with Brazzers. Yeah. Oh, I'll be ready. Oh yeah. Baby girl said,
right,
no.
like they'd have to put up something. Like I said, even pay for my talent testing or something. Like
now, allegedly, I heard this is allegedly. So I don't want Brazzers to be coming here trying to sue a motherfucker because I said it. Okay, let me say it one more again. Allegedly, they doing, you know, not content trade, but paid content trade. You know,
yeah, like a paid content trade, sure.
Yeah, you know.
Or even if it's like a multiple video thing, like, you know, pay me for one video, do a trade for another video. Like, I'm willing to negotiate and work it out, but completely for a big ass, probably $1 billion company, you know, one of the biggest in the porn industry, they can afford to pay for my flight and my talent testing. Like, at the very least.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, even if they do that, they're going to cover that because it's a major company of that nature. But the fact that rumor then came out and that it's been said that a lot of companies are doing that speaks to.
Oh, I know one company in particular that hates paying their fucking talent. Like, they will always try to convince the talent that they hire to do trades over paying them. And it's like, at what point do you just start asking, like, why? Like, why are you not paying people? Like, you're obviously making money off of this content, so why do you think you don't have to pay people for it?
because it's kind of like, one thing about dudes in this business, especially producers, is they're going to stick with what makes them money. That even goes to their business model. The only way they change up their business model is if business starts to get hurt because of it. You feel what I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a big enough company, you can get away with doing a whole bunch of content trade with people. Because people don't want to be attached to that name.
I mean, this isn't even that big of a company, for being honest. And they're doing all content trades, but to each their own. I'm not that desperate for pro shoots at this point. Like, probably if you asked me a year ago, I might have done a trade shoot with Brazzers, but now, like, I don't know. Like, I've just kind of not really accepted that I'm not gonna get big pro shoots. Like, you know, I'm still trying to work for it. I'm working on my brand and making my name bigger, but it's no longer like an end goal of mine. It's, you know, like, I'm trying to get to the point where I can book the people that they book for these pro shoots myself. Like, I'm trying to get to the point where I can pay Isaiah Maxwell for a scene. I can pay, you know, Brickzilla for a scene. I can pay Dread for a scene. All these big ass names. Like, I'm trying to get to that level. I don't really, you know, I'm trying to cut out the middleman. But if they want to book me for a scene,
it's kind of like this to me. What makes a mainstream porn star? Because of course everybody has their own definition of what it is, you know. Period.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I use logic in everything that I do. Maybe because I'm a Taurus, I'm a bull. Maybe that's just, you know, my sign. You know, I also got some Aries in me because I was on the 21st. I was on cutoff date. But okay, if making you mainstream means that you had to shoot with mainstream companies, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't the equivalent be that you're shooting with the talent that the mainstream company is booking, and you're shooting?
That's kind of what that's kind of like the mentality I have right now. Like, you know, like I said, it would still gonna be amazing if Brazzers reached out for a shoot, or even Bang Bros. Bang Bros are in Miami. I'm like, hey, I'm in Miami all the time. Hit me up.
But see, you making it to where, okay, you can name your price with them. Mm-hmm. Because see, the reason why I say that is because let's say you to the point where you're hot, that you are literally socially relevant.
Mm-hmm.
You feel where I'm coming from? Because it, to a certain extent, which I don't want to, bring up PSD about, the TikTok and shit. But you get what I'm saying? You was heading to it because that does, sometimes help to make
Oh,
social
trust me, I
relevance.
think about it all the time. Where would I be if I had my original TikTok account still?
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of
I would be a
like,
contract star by now. No, I'm kidding.
shoot, you be getting contract star money. Because you can kind of demand your price because they know it's a guaranteed get back. You feel me?
Mhm.
So, and because of that, plus the worst thing is a producer is she knows that she's a guaranteed get back.
Mhm.
That's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that they don't want you to know that you are bankable. They want you to feel
Mhm.
that you're not a bankable. Because if you know it, that's because of the following you get, the money that you're making, and the noise that you're making, then it kind of forces them to have to bow down to your will to a certain extent. To the point that
Mhm.
you can sit there and tell them like, no, I'm not doing the paid content. No, you're gonna pay me, motherfucker. Because that means you're gonna cut my price down for that content. So
Yeah.
no, I don't need content, motherfucker. I already fucked half the motherfuckers you done booked.
Literally.
I can do a Brazzers.
Yeah.
But see, but see, that goes back to why I said when ladies want to take this business seriously, you shoot with professional guys because that kind of helps with you making more money in this industry and getting more opportunity. And that's just facts.
Absolutely. And I feel like I kind of get in trouble sometimes because of how strict I am about who I, shoot content with. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like some people think I'm like bitchy or something, or like acting like I have an ego or something. I've literally been called Miss Hollywood before because I didn't collab with someone. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That is
Oh,
the
you
craziest shit I've ever heard.
tell for some of the black belt towns like, oh, you shoot with white guys now, you ain't gonna shoot with us no more.
No, I mean, no, this was a couple months ago. This was before I even got like my big mean shoot. And
Yeah.
he was trying to say that shit to me. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, there's people that treat content or treat
Yeah.
fucking, they don't care. Like, they'll fuck multiple times a day. I'm not that type of person. Like, even in my personal life, I'm not that horny of a person. Like, I don't need, dick 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I want quality dick. I don't need a lot of it. And a lot of these content creators are coming out, no offense, with some little ass dicks. They're trying to, become porn stars with like 6, 7 inches. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but like
And
I
see,
became a porn star to fuck not average dicks. Like, I'm so sorry. And like all these little content creators, they try to be like goofy and try to go viral and try to get clout and all that shit. And I don't care about that. You know what I hate? I hate when, oh God, this was like one of the reasons why I didn't like Exotica, because Exotica was just kind of like a flash of like how much money you make or like how
mm-hmm.
popular you are, how relevant you are. And I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't give a fuck about anyone else's bank account. I don't give a fuck about what anyone else makes. I had people during Exotica
Mm-hmm.
brag to me about how much money other people are making. And I'm like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, that is so pointless. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what other people are making. If it's not putting money in my bank account, I genuinely don't care. And I feel like that's something I kind of struggle with in the industry because everyone just loves bragging all the time. And it's
Yeah.
just,
But
I
see,
don't care.
that was the reason when I had a conversation I was talking about with one of the things that like Miss B Nancy started remember when the ladies was posting how much they were making.
Hmm.
And that's part of the reason why it's such an influx and we have these content creators who, you know what I'm saying, with the
Think they can
small
become millionaires off of OnlyFans
yeah,
just because
because
they saw someone else do it or
yeah,
supposedly do it.
Yeah,
I don't
and
trust
then
screenshots. I literally do not trust anyone's screenshots ever.
look, the first rule that was told to me, he's like, one of my boys, one of the guys that mentored me said, first rule, motherfuckers lie in this business. They
They
just
lie, they lie, and don't brag about your money. Don't brag about how much money you're making. If like that's, I don't know. I was raised that that's how you get robbed, is
I'm
bragging
saying
about that shit, telling people, and people will post like, oh, got this big ass Airbnb, and like will post screenshots of the Airbnb. I'm like, I'm not risking my
it's
safety. I'm so
it's
sorry.
this
That's not,
generation. They
you
call
know.
it flossing for the gram or what have you.
Yeah.
I can't do that because even to the point.
Exactly. I'm so low key, and I'm so like, I don't know, like I try to have the mentality of like, like billionaires versus millionaires. You don't know who a billionaire is, but you know who a millionaire is, because
Yeah.
millionaires will flash their money more than a billionaire will,
Oh
because a
yeah.
billionaire knows how
But
to save
but,
their
but
wealth.
even with millionaires, true millionaires, you don't even know they're millionaires because they don't dress like it. I never forget when I met.
Exactly. Like, look at fucking Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, like even like Jay-Z once he became a billionaire. Look at, or once him and Beyonce became a billionaire. Look at how much he changed. Or any celebrity, once they get to like a prestigious level, like they don't talk about their money, they don't flex it, like they don't wear their money or anything like that. And I don't know. I try to have that mentality. Not that I think I'll ever become a billionaire, but I think it's just safer to move like that, to just not be so
And see too.
forthcoming. I like being exclusive almost. I like being like hard to reach. I don't like being available to everyone or having my information available to everyone. I kind
Mhm.
of like leave it a double life when I shoot porn. Like, when I'm traveling, I'm Gracie, but when I'm back at home, like, I'm a government name. Like, I don't know who Gracie is. Like, and I feel like that helps me, especially this past year. Like, I've been really focusing on like when I'm at home, like that's my home life, and like
Mhm.
trying to separate it, and it's really helped me like mentally, like be able to handle like traveling and being surrounded by people all the fucking time. And like when I come home, it's my little oasis, and it's like all calm and chill. That's another reason why I don't really film a lot here in
Mhm.
Tampa. But like I said, it kind of gets me in trouble because people in Tampa reach out to me, and then when I don't film
Mhm.
with them, I don't know.
Well,
Like I said, I've had people come back to me and say that like other people are talking shit just because I don't film with them.
but see, you need downtime. I mean, even to the point
Exactly. Like
where
I don't know how girls do it all day every day. Like, more power to them, but
mhm,
I can't even be on social media all day every day. Like, it literally rots my brain and like turns me into a different person. Like, I have to have downtime and
yeah,
be able to like chill out and be my own person. And
yes, because even with me with the podcasting, like I had to start slowing down how I was booking, recordings. Like if I
hmm
want to pay attention, I book 3 in one day. I'd be like, and I got to go to work the next day and do a double. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's kind of like, and plus just have more time to yourself for you to meditate, to relax, get positive energy back in. Um,
right.
because especially when sex is your job, for the
Exactly. Like,
most
so
part.
many people nowadays, especially, like, I'm a very strong believer that sex is like an exchange of energy. And
Hmm.
like, I don't know, like, yeah, if I'm getting paid to do it, I have a little bit lower morals, and I'll film with whoever they're paying, not whoever, but
Yeah.
I'll film with whatever they book me for. But for trade scenes specifically, like, I don't
Mhm.
know. Like, especially like recently, like beginning of the year, I was actually diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, also with endometriosis, which
Mhm.
they're long definitions, but basically sometimes sex can be super painful for me. So
Mm.
that's another reason why I've just become really exclusive with who I trade with, because I need to save that energy for pro shoots that I'm booked for, first of
Yeah.
all. And second of all, if I'm already gonna be like somewhat uncomfortable, like like I want to make sure the sex is like at least good. I
Yeah.
don't want to just be filming with everybody, like, and I want to make sure I'll be making money off it too if I'm gonna be
Yeah.
putting myself through that.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, on the negative side, on the negative side of things, filming does take a toll on your body because it ain't just that we're fucking, and it's the movement, the positions that we have to do.
Mm-hmm. And even like for women, like with vaginas, like, you know, shit happens. UTIs happen, yeast infections happen. Like, I'm not trying to have 5 different dicks in me a day. Who knows where those dicks have been? Who knows what bacterial vaginosis they're carrying on their dicks? Like, I'm trying to, you know, keep my shit as healthy as possible.
Now, I did see a tweet. I can't remember the exact tweet I was looking for, where you was talking about what some of the companies looking for. I think it was anal or something to that nature, I think.
Oh, yeah. I think I tweeted, like, it's hard to get pro shoots when you don't do anal. Like, I just feel like it's easier to, like, break out in the industry if, like, the first scenes you do are, like, crazy intense, like, anal, like, attention-grabbing scenes. Like, you know, for someone like me that just kind of does, like, boring videos, like, or, like, if you allow getting, like, pissed on or anything like that, like, companies are going to eat that shit up like crazy.
Well,
so,
I mean,
if you don't do that...
Well, it's kind of, but see, here's the thing that I tell any female this, and you actually does it. You do whatever you take off the table, make sure everything else you do is so hot that they forget about what you took off the table. You feel what I'm coming from? So with the companies, I tell everybody, everybody's path ain't the same. And 2, the fact that you haven't done anal, when you actually finally do it, it's going to make a bigger impact because you haven't done it. You feel what I'm coming from?
And that's the thing, like, people want to book me to do anal with these, like, big-ass, like, 10-inch dicks, and I'm like, find, like, some little 8-inch skinny motherfucker, and maybe I'll do it.
See, back in the day, see, you were joking about them 6 and 7 inches, but that was back in the day for anal.
Yeah, no.
Camera can sometimes give length and weight to a dick.
Yeah, right? No, like, they want to, or I don't know, like, I just, the kind of porn, I like, some girls, they're okay with, like, just doing whatever for content, like, even if they're not personally into it. But I can't be bothered. If I'm not actually being turned on, like, if it's not actually something I'm interested in doing in my personal life, I'm not gonna film it. It's the same reason, like, why I don't really do bondage. I'm actually personally into bondage a lot in my personal life, but I feel like it's such, like, it requires so much trust, and, like, so many of these websites, they, like, don't really give a fuck about that, like, especially the aftercare. Like, I've literally asked people about aftercare before, and they act like they don't even know what it is, and I'm like, that's kind of scary. So, you know, like, if I ever get in a relationship, or I you know, create a relationship with someone, like a content partner or something that I feel comfortable.
You gotta have aftercare for the scenes.
Exactly. Like, I even, like, some of my more intense, like, the gangbang scene I filmed, like, I definitely needed aftercare after that scene, and I did not receive it at all. So it's like, I don't, that's kind of why I haven't really shot, like, a big gangbang scene since that one, because I was very uncomfortable afterwards. So I don't need to put myself through that, you know? I want to film basically, I want to film content where that I wish I watched when I was younger. Like, I wish I saw thick, tatted bitches, hot ass, fat ass bitches in porn when I was younger. It was all, you know, skinny mainstream girls.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, I want to show other thick girls too, that, like, you know, you can be sexy as fuck, like, you can be desired. Like, we were lied to our entire lives growing up, being told that we're fat and ugly and no one's gonna love us, blah blah blah. And now it's like, no, that is such bullshit. Like, people have always loved thick girls. Like, it's just, you know, people had to hide it for so long, or it was a fetish. You were a chubby chaser, blah blah blah, and all this extra shit. But now it's like, no, we're sexy as fuck, and, like, don't be apologetic about it. Like, don't be, you know, if you want to watch girls with your body type get fucked and railed by big ass dicks, now is the time. Like, now is the perfect time to do that, because, you know, the girls are in.
Because the thing of it is that it's about building the identity of your brand.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that as well, because see, that's the other thing I think a lot of females don't kind of understand. You're technically the way you talking, you're building the identity of your brand because
Absolutely.
because one, so people understand this, you don't want you don't want to do too much of anything on your site because you don't want to drown it out and normalize it for your fans to where it's not shock value. So you not doing a lot of gangbangs is not a bad thing. Moderation is the key to success.
Right. Right. So many of these girls, like they do crazy scenes their first year, and it's like, where do you go from there? Like once you stick 3 dicks up your ass your first year, what do you do from there? Like, or once you throw up on every single dick in LA, or once you get cum in your eyes for the 15th time, like after a while, it's like, okay, like, what's next? You can't, are you just going to keep putting your body through like crazy shit until you like physically can't? That's how girls end up having short shelf lives in the industry. And then they end up like acting like they hate the industry.
And see, too, they don't reinvent themselves, nor do they add to their repertoire of content. Like, for example, like, when I'm looking at these pictures of you in the ripped jogging pants, the red ripped jogging pants. I love it. But anyway.
Yeah, the leggings.
Yeah. Was that a scene?
No, it was just a photo shoot I did. But see, I had a butt plug in that one. I can do anal play. It's just like I said, people try to book me with big ass dicks for anal scenes. I'm like, that's not happening. So sorry.
but see, the thing of it is that that's the question that I asked a lot of girls. I said, how do you maintain your brand as well as your morals or what have you to chase the industry when they're asking for shit that you don't do? You feel what I'm saying? And
exactly. Like I already do porn. I do show my pussy on the internet for money. I gotta have morals somewhere. I gotta draw the line somewhere. And I actually, that's so funny. I kind of went on a rant about this on Snapchat this morning. Snapchat is like, Snapchat knows the real me. They get the real tea about what's going on in my life. But I went on kind of like a rant. I'm just like, like I'm not gonna get pissed on for content. I'm not gonna do these crazy anal scenes. I'm not gonna do degradation shit. Like I literally have a praise kink. Like you're not, all this extra shit. And it's just like I said, I literally just have to have morals somewhere. I have to draw the line somewhere. Like some girls, they don't have morals at all, and more power, more money to them. I literally said in my Snapchat story, I'm like, go give your money to those girls if that's what you're looking for, because it's not worth it to me. Like money, there's no amount of money that will make me do something that I'm not actually into.
Yeah, because see, the whole thing of it is that one, if it's something you normally do in your sex life, like if a girl normally does anal, it's gonna look better on camera anyway because she's used to getting fucking her ass like that. Versus a girl.
And there are some girls that say like they prefer anal over vaginal sex, which, like I said, more power to them. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like,
and I fuck with you. I said I know a few girls. Well, fuck a few girls that can only come when you in their ass. So.
Oh yeah, and like it does feel good, but doing anal and I literally have anal videos on my Pornhub with my fuck machine. But doing it by yourself in the comfort of your own space, whatever, at your own pace, it's a lot easier than doing it with another person on a set with people watching and like more expectations. And like, if I'm uncomfortable during my solo video, I can just stop it and do something else.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could do that on set too, but it's, you have more expectations, you have more pressure on you to get it done. And like I said, there's this one producer that tried to get anal out of me every single time that we shot, even though I told him every single time, I'm like, I don't do anal. Like this guy, like literally tried suggesting I use numbing cream, and that shit is so fucking dangerous. Like I know people use it, and like it's a common thing for producers to suggest, but that's kind of like a red flag for me. And a producer, like if they're suggesting like, oh, put your discomfort aside for this scene, like put your health aside for this scene, like it's really not that important.
But see, that's why I tell females, I'm sorry, I just got stopped at one of your videos where you looking seductive and sexy on the camera. But anyway, I tell girls you can't handle a producer for so much because their job is to try to get shit out of you that they normally wouldn't. It's just how they go about it. And the thing about like with producers like that is that he's probably used to convincing girls. He wasn't used to someone that probably stood their ground.
Oh no, I have that trouble a lot. The people aren't used to someone who likes being independent and is okay with saying no.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, but I tell anyone, you don't need anal to make it. You don't need to do a gangbang.
It just helps. Like I said, it just helps, especially if it's your first couple of scenes. Like it just helps the first. But then, like I said, same thing. Like what then after?
Not
like
really,
your first...
because the reason why I said not really because, for example, you have a girl that go from being a webcam, she does pretty well as a webcam, then she ends up going to boy girl. You know what I'm saying? What works is the gradual build and the journey. You feel what I'm coming from? Where you're not busting your load the first year. Now don't get it twisted. There's some girls that love a gangbang. I get that, yeah. But once again, you don't want to shorten your career because you done everything, and now your fans done got bored with every fucking thing. You feel what I'm saying? Period.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm just specifically thinking about a couple of specific girls that. Like last year, they were on lower level. Not trying to say like I was above them, but they had less followers. They were kind of unknown last year, and now they have like triple the amount of followers I have. They have way more pro shoots than I have, and like pretty much every scene that they do now is anal. And it's just like probably if I was a thick tattooed girl that only did anal, that would be way more of a niche that people like mainstream companies would go for.
But see, the thing of it is, for my years in the business, anyone would tell you they've been in the business a long time, there's waves. Eventually, anal will get boring, and then guess what? Now, they may want, let's say, what's hot now is the over-the-top storyline bullshit. Let's just say that, right? You know what I'm saying? You got all these anal videos that's not selling anymore. You feel me? It's about the impact. Now, unless you make it a part of your persona, now I'm the anal queen. Okay, that's one thing, because that's the whole key. Because you're packaging it. Because sometimes it's about how you package. You feel me? Because you have girls that don't do anal that they are killing the game. You feel me? It's just how they package their shit in their scenes. And the key to it is the variety that you do. You don't give them the same scene, different dick, different day. It's like, that's why I said with you, when we had that conversation, you actually are creative. You come up with different scenarios even for your content shoots or what have you, period. And everything. Plus, you do the pinup pictures. You do the professional shoots. You feel what I'm coming from? So you're presenting yourself as big. To me, you're not doing anal has not impeded your success. You feel what I'm coming from? Because at the end of the day, like I said, everybody ain't got to do anal. Period. And you shouldn't do anal in every fucking damn scene because once again, you're not giving them variety. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like you can't. There's 3 positions that you always can give. You can always give them: doggy style, missionary, and ride. But some scenes you might want to ride reverse cowgirl because they always see you ride the dick cowgirl. Y'all might not even do doggy style in a video. Y'all might do everything but doggy style. You feel what I'm coming from? Period. It's because even with me, I used to be like, all right, last time she rolled me, this time I want you to do both verse cowgirl and cowgirl. This scene, you kept your heels on. This scene, I want you to take them off at some point of the scene. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you go through the staking of trying to make sure your shit is not the same. And that makes you stand out. because trust me, it's you be on the Twitter feed. How many times you seen a dude dick up and down, or a girl playing her pussy just become numb? Like,
yeah, porn means nothing to me anymore. Like, I'm so desensitized to it.
Yeah, but then every once in a while you see some crazy ass shit that make you stop and you look at it. Because it stands out. It sticks out because it's different. It's unique. This, that, and third. Period. So to me, you not doing anal.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I mean, you do everything else, but just like you said, you haven't done a BDSM scene. When you do it, it's gonna have a bigger impact because you haven't done it. You know where I come from. They didn't see you do a lot of shit, and there's a lot of shit they haven't seen you done. Period. Shit. You on course, woman?
Yeah, I guess. Some days it feels more like I am than others.
No, trust me, I know the feeling. Because sometimes you need to see that reinsurance.
Yeah.
Even if it's small, period. It's kind of like, because trust me, I get fatigued in this podcasting. So I got fatigued when I was doing porn, And sometimes you need that pat on the back or that good paycheck, that good check from all or that fan interaction, what have you, that lets you know that you're making an impact, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you definitely need like a good support system to be able to do this shit. And that's definitely like one of the things like I've been not really struggling with, but like I literally don't have a support system at all. Like I literally do all this shit myself. So that's it's like I see other people getting so much love from like producers or even other talent like on Twitter and shit like that, and like I don't get that love pretty much ever. So it's just like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, it always seems like I have really good time with people on set. Like, people seem like they really enjoy me and really enjoy my company, but then, like, the love is never, like, reciprocated online or anything like that. Or, like, I don't really, at least as far as I know, I don't really have people vouching for me. Like, I don't really have people telling other people, like, oh, you gotta shoot with Gracie. Like, you gotta blah, blah, blah. Like, I had this great scene with Gracie. Like, like I said, as far as I know, like, I've never had someone approach me being like, hey, you worked with blah, 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 and they told me you were great. I want to work with you. Like, that's literally never happened. So it does get discouraging sometimes, being what's different between me and like these other people, but it's, I just kind of have to accept it.
Trust me, I feel, period. It's kind of like, you know that you're good as the other people. You know that you're just professional the whole nine. And to be tagged, to be like, yo, you need to go check out Bob, or you know what I'm saying? It feels good when you hear someone say that. Right. And when they show it, but at the same token,
even like the little thing that posting like the after scene, like, oh, I don't really ever have anyone post the pictures before I post them. And sometimes like a couple days to see if they'll actually post the pictures, and they never do. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just post them. So it's just like, okay, like I don't know. I think sometimes it's just too independent for people. Like, like they're really only friends with people that suck online. Like they're really only friends with people that make their egos feel better.
But see.
It's not that person. Like, I don't stroke people's egos or anything like that.
No, there's nothing wrong with being that way. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's when you get to the main level, that's how they put your ass anyway.
Men are so visual too. Like, if you're just doing like a long, they just love it, and it's on their wallet.
Like all I could hear was just slurs, not just racial slurs, like the F word, the N word, some other word I don't even know how to spell. Like a bunch of slurs, very derogatory words, calling people names,
shoot like a boy-girl scene. I was like, buddy, like this is too much. And we get ready to shoot. There's a camera behind me and a light. You know, like that's all. You know, like the bright light. Every time I move away from it, you see the light. And I was like, can I please move it? He's like, you know, afterward, he's like, you know, you can take the camera out editing. Nobody's trying to do that, no?
Because we can't deny that these things are affecting us. Like, we all have families that have children in school, and it just doesn't really feel safe right now out there in the climate. And like, if you can completely distract yourself from that, like, good on you for having the ignorance. Like, I'm sorry, but it's that's in my face. I get death threats all the time. I can't hate, you know, I hate.
Hello.
Well, you sound perfect now.
Yay, okay, I relocated, so hopefully this area is better. We were good for the first hour.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were. So, but like I was saying, well, back for commercial break, the rest of the other shit I'm not going to use. So where we was at, dudes in this business can be lames.
Absolutely. And yeah, I was saying that it's obvious, like just the way they approach people, and like it's very, I don't know, like I can literally always tell, like if a guy got no bitches in real life before he started doing porn, like it's so obvious. And like I hate goofy, like I hate goofy people. I'm not a goofy loud person. Like I don't like that shit in my content. Like yeah, if we do like a whole skit, we can be fun with it. But like literally these people will try to film something just to go viral on Twitter. And I'm like, just because you got 1 million views on Twitter does not mean shit. Does not mean you got any money in your bank account, because I know how easy it is to buy views on Twitter. I know how easy it is to buy followers on Twitter. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that. And some people get so mad that I don't give a fuck about any of that. And it's just, you know, some people get so entitled and they feel like I have to work with them, or like, I don't know, like I'm the bad guy just because I don't work with them. It's like, you know how many people won't work with me just because I'm thick? Like just because I'm not the mainstream type, like body type. Like I just gotta accept that shit and work with the people that will work with me. And like, you know, if people have been messaging me, sent me multiple messages so I try to work together and we still haven't worked together, it's like, take the fucking hint. Like there's something going on with your content that I just don't vibe with. Like you know, there's people that do vibe with it. Like go work with them. I don't understand why I have to be the bad guy.
I think what it is that first misconception. Well, one, guys don't understand this. If you hit a certain level, like you might hit a girl 2 years ago. But then by the time then y'all might run into each other, by then you done leveled up, she might be willing to work with you. You know, period. Mm-hmm. Plus it's business. You can't get mad if she says no.
Because, and it's not even, I mean, it's not even about leveling up, because like I said, I have a very specific motherfucker in mind that last year was a fucking nobody, and now he buys his Twitter accounts and has, you know, some clout under his belt. And he thinks like, well, one, he was like low-key disrespectful to me last year when he was a nobody and asked for a trade scene, and I said no. So I still remember that shit, the fact that he was disrespectful. But now, like, he thinks like just because he has followers now, like I'm dying to work with him or some shit like that. And it's just, it doesn't mean shit to me. Like, if I don't want to fuck you, I'm not going to fuck you. Like, you can go try to get a producer to book you for a website, which is not going to happen. I mean, it does not have any website bookings and will never get any website bookings. So it's like, we're on different levels and we have different goals for our content, and that's okay. Like I said, I'm not the bad guy for not wanting to film with you.
Which goes back to staying on your brand. Because your brand also encompasses the male talents that you work with. So it's like, just like you got some dudes, like you said, wouldn't work with a chunky or thicker woman. There's women that sit there and say, I will never shoot with a white man. That is white. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Wrong. There's some black women that say they'll never shoot with a white man. If your brand is built off of something, you try to stick to that brand because it's making you money.
Exactly.
Because the one thing you don't want to do is veer off, and then it doesn't work.
Right. And like at this point, like I'm not going back. Like I kind of tweeted about it too. It's like, and like I said, it's completely subjective. It's completely I'm allowed to have these opinions, and people are allowed to have, the opinion that, you know, I decrease someone's value, even though I don't think so. But anyways, if someone works with someone who I personally think decreases their value and their brand value, I'm not going to work with that person again. Like, it's just it's a business decision, plain and simple. Like,
there's emphasis on the business.
Exactly. It's nothing personal. Like, it's not petty shit. It's just okay. Like, I see who you're working with, and like I don't feel special. Like, I'm not gonna work with someone who works with literally any fucking one under the sun. Like, that's just not my prerogative. I'm trying to remain some exclusivity.
Yeah, because even like, for example, with me, I have a selective process of who I interview, and no, they ain't got necessarily been in business 20 years. They could be in the business for 6 months. I look at how they move. If they moving like a professional, and I've seen they doing professional shit, I interview them. You know, or
same. Like, I've worked with people that are new in the industry. I've worked with people that have like less than 1,000 followers even on Twitter. You know why I worked with that person who had less than 1,000 followers on Twitter? Because that motherfucker paid me for a trade scene. Like, that's how you get that shit. Like, don't be in my DMs, like, you know, acting like I have to work with you just because we both are quote unquote content creators. First of all, if you call me a content creator, I'm not going to work with you because I'm not a content creator. So sorry, I create content, but I'm not a quote unquote content creator. So, you know, like, he came to me with a business plan and like, this is what I do. Here are my references. What's your rate? But then there's motherfuckers who go the fuck off when I have the audacity to ask for a paid trade scene. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you're mad about it, because there are multiple guys that I filmed with that will pay me for a paid trade scene. So, you know, you can be mad about it all you want, but those people are getting that scenes with me and you're not. So, you know, who's really winning here? Man,
shit, trust me, I done had some hard nose in my time, and they had like complete bitches with the no.
And it's like, you know, if someone says like, hey, no, sorry, like, I pay trades, that's not, if they're respectful about it, that's fine. That's completely fine. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you have to pay me, but don't sit there and act like I have to fuck you for free or film with you for free. Because, you know, we both have reasons for this.
You consider it or you do it. So is the guy that's stepping, is he really stepping for business, or he stepping because he's just trying to say he done fuck some porn girl?
Exactly. Like, oh my God, I can't tell you how many guys in the industry, their whole thing is like, I'm a regular guy who fucks porn stars. If you consider yourself a regular guy, I'm not going to film with you. I'm so sorry. I did not start doing porn to fuck regular guys. Like, I'm trying to fuck my fantasies here. So sorry. Like, it's just not going to work out.
Yeah, because I just think at times that, which once again goes back to with the OnlyFans phase, and what we were talking about with, you know, people, you know, posting how much they make or what have you. Flexing did nothing but just really devalue what we do. And people don't understand when I sit here and say it got devalued, because when you have the average motherfucker, as you said, what dude just said, he's the average dude that fuck porn stars. When you have average dudes thinking that they can do what porn stars do.
Exactly. Like, the whole point of porn is that it's a fantasy. Like, like my whole fantasy is like, I'm a regular girl, but I'm a regular girl who's actually a fucking freak. Like, you can't be a regular guy with an average dick and think you can be a porn star. Like, just because you happen to know the right people and happen to go to the right content houses and meet the right porn stars who are willing to film with you. Like, that does not make you anything special, at least in my books. You know, other people are jaded by that shit, but I'm just not. So
Well,
sorry.
because you're a star yourself, so kind of
I
hard to
mean,
get.
I don't know about that, but no, it's just I don't know.
You're at the point you can be recognized. Stop playing.
And it's just like I said at the beginning, like I'm really just trying to work with people that my subscribers are asking for. It's like if you're someone that no one has literally ever asked me to work with, I'm not gonna just work with you just to get the content. And like trust me, I've tried working with some smaller quote unquote content creators, no pro shoots or anything. They're just little OnlyFans dudes. Guess what? They lose the fucking content. They lose an iPhone video and they don't tell me about it for 4 fucking months. So, there's reasons why I only work with very professional. Everyone I worked with in LA, I got content that fucking day. Before I even called my Uber, I had the content on my computer. That's the shit I like. And when I work with professionals, like they know I'm traveling, like they come with their own lights, they come with their own cameras, like they're very professional about it.
But see, that's once again goes to why I say you're a porn star. Because okay, they just unpack some of the stuff she just said. One, yeah, you can drop a phone, the phone fucked up. And you just want that footage. Because some phones, especially if it's a prepaid, you can't get the information out of that bitch unless you out. Okay,
and some iPhones, like I have shot content on iPhones that's fucking amazing, but the difference is I get that content the fucking same day. There's no reason that you should tell me that I have to wait on the content and then months later tell me that the content just doesn't exist anymore. Like what? That's okay, cool. Like I'm gonna keep it professional, whatever. But now I know who not to work with, and it's like every time I try to give like smaller content creators that chance, shit like that happens. So, or they try fucking me off camera.
You're not the only one that say that. You're not the only one that goes through that. And so that's where I keep saying that in this day and age, it's a difference between you just doing fan fucks. Okay, I get that. That's very popular girls are trying to do.
Oh, trust me, I know that in Tampa.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to your money-making scenes, if you're serious about the business, you want to make money, you work with professionals. Because the better the scene look, the more chances it's going to sell. I do not care how much people can sit here and talk about amateur shit. Even to the point that your amateur shit needs to at least look professionally shot.
No, like I said, they put one iPhone in the corner of a hotel room, and then they try to have a whole ass orgy, and it's like, this looks fucking terrible.
Room black except for that one ring light. You got to be close so they can see exactly what the fuck going on. I be hating when motherfuckers do that shit. Like, no, don't cut all the lights off. You just had the ring light on just for the spotlight. Smart thing. Even if you ain't got lights, you got a hotel room. Take the shade off the bitch. So it get more illumination. See?
Or don't come over to shoot at 8 p.m. Like, if you know you don't have lights, like, natural lighting is a thing. And usually looks better in videos.
Yes, it does. That's what I'm saying. So why the way you think motherfuckers shoot in the morning?
Exactly. And I'm a morning person. I can't tell you how many times I've told people, like, I can be up anytime you tell me, I will be up and ready. Like, that's just the type of person I am. I will set 15 alarms to make sure I am up and ready at the time you tell me. And then motherfuckers are like, oh, like 10, 11. Okay, perfect. Like, that gives me plenty of time. They don't show up till like 2 p.m. And it's like, bro, like, I literally could have had a whole other shoot, but I had to waste my whole day waiting around on you. And they just don't really, I don't know. Some people are very, and that's why I don't teach content houses either, because of the same shit. Like, everyone.
That was one of the conversations I had. Because I mean, I'm not against content houses. I think they're a good thing.
The content never looks good. I'm so sorry. It just, unless it's one of the content houses where I'm with like Ken from BBW Highway, a whole ass producer filming every single video and like putting in money for a good Airbnb, like it's not gonna look good. It never looks good.
But here's the question: do you still get a good amount of scenes that you're comfortable with. Because even with me,
Right,
like,
yeah. No, people go to content houses and again shoot 5 scenes a day. I'm not like that. Like even Ken knows that. Like my max is 1, maybe 2 scenes a day. Like
yeah,
I'm
but no,
not.
but I mean, like, for example, what I mean by that is, with you, you're different because you're good with, like, yeah, I shoot 1 scene a day, I'm good. So that means if you're there if it's a weekend, let's say Friday to Saturday, okay, 3 scenes, you got your quota. But if you're a dude, but like if you're a dude or you're a female that you and 2, let me add the other caveat. You live in Florida and you travel. So content for you is not an issue. You get what I'm coming from? I'm talking about the people that content is an issue, meaning they don't live in the area where everybody come and they don't get around as much. So when you're there, if 3 scenes to me in a content house, nah, I'm good. I'd rather bring your ass to North Carolina and we shoot and walk away with 15 motherfucking scenes out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Then content house. You know,
Yeah.
Also, here's the other caveat of that. Do I want to be the 3rd man down, coming behind a 11-inch, a strong 10-inch with Gracie? Not saying that she ain't got good pussy. No, like, no. Different dicks does different damage.
And you know what's crazy? Like, this is the first time I had this issue. Like, professional people on the West Coast, especially guys, they were telling me, like, they don't like shooting with girls if they shot a scene before them. Like, if a girl, if a girl, if it's her 2nd scene of the day, like, a lot of guys don't like that shit, which which was like a surprise. I understand it, I guess. I mean, whatever. Like, we're all doing the same thing. Like, I'll do shooters.
I'm gonna ask you this. Would you rather, this is just a question, would you rather deal with a dude with his 1st nut of the day or deal with a dude and his 3rd nut of the day?
Okay, well, I feel like it's a little bit different for guys because you guys do kind of have like a cap of how many nuts you can get out during the day, and they do like lower a little bit throughout, you know, depending on what number you're on. But girls, like, I don't know, as long as I'm hydrated, I can keep going. Like, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
but I think they were trying to say it's like a cleanliness thing, which, I mean, like I said, I get it, but I also don't. Like, it was like, whatever.
Man, they full of shit. I'm going to tell you the real reason why. I'm about to tell you the real reason why. And this is coming from a man. If I'm the 2nd man down, I don't know what fucked you first. And you might be sore. You feel what I'm coming from?
But like I said, I'm a professional. I can be sore and you'll never fucking know. Like,
I mean, no, trust me. If he's paying attention, he knows.
I don't know about that.
It depends on how sore you are too now. Because,
I guess, but I don't even really get that sore from shooting. Like, I don't know, like, not sore enough to be like, oh, I don't know if I can film another scene. That's maybe happened at the end of like content trips. Like the last day, I might be like a little bit sore.
Yeah, but it's kind of, but that's their thought process because one, especially if you're going out to LA, they know how they shoot out there. So,
but most of the guys in LA shoot multiple times a day. So I'm like, isn't it a little hypocritical? I'm like, why would I want your dick after you put it somewhere else?
They're men. When you gonna first rule a man? We not very smart sometimes.
No, I know. Trust me, I know. But that's why I'm like, I get it, but I'm also like, it's very fucking hypocritical because y'all men are fucking sluts and shoot like 2 to 3 times a day.
Processing that because he's just thinking, wait a second, I want to get pussy untouched, unpounded. Because it's the freshest.
And you know, when they're you know, bigger names in the industry, they can kind of demand that shit. But that, like I said, it was kind of like a shock to me because, you know, these little content creators, they try to fuck as many people a day. Like they literally create their content houses. They treat them like assembly lines. Like, okay, 15 minutes for you. Okay, 5 minute break. 15 minutes for you. 5 minute break. 15 minutes for you. Like it's the same fucking video, just with different bitches. Like, and it's always like 15, maybe 20 minutes long if you're lucky.
Yeah, they might not even get all the positions.
Yeah, like they're just like straight gonzo. The dude's flaccid half the time. Like it doesn't look good. And I don't understand, like, I don't understand why they don't understand that.
No, the reason why they don't understand because they came in off of I saw the next person doing it. Well, for women, I saw the next chick doing it, and I feel that I'm better looking than her, or I'm just as good as her. So I'm gonna do it. With dudes,
and I feel like
hold on. For dudes, it's man, this is easy pussy. Because all I gotta say is that I can get the pussy wet.
But it's like not all pussy is good pussy. Like not all dick is good dick. At this point in my life, I only want good dick. Like I'm not gonna put up with some mediocre dick just for some content, unless someone with a big name just happens to have mediocre dick. But trust me, all the big names I worked with last week did not have mediocre dick. They were great fucking dick. It was, trust me, some of the best scenes I've ever filmed. So it's like, why would I
But see, for dudes, it's guaranteed good pussy though, because I done seen you do what you do. You feel what I'm saying?
Like I said, not every pussy is good pussy, and like there's no way all these fucking little content creator OnlyFans girls have good pussy. There's no way all of them have good pussy.
Yeah, somebody can't even suck a dick. Don't even look good.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many times I scroll through Twitter and I'm like, this girl can't suck dick. Like she's just trying to look pretty the entire time. And I'm like, if you are not fucking up your makeup, you are not sucking dick well. Like I'm so sorry. Like your makeup is gonna be fucked up. That's how it looks good.
I'm sorry, I like a woman's face that her face is wet because it's so much spit.
Exactly. Like they try not to get sloppy or like they just like focus on the head. I'm like, it's fine if you can't deep throat. I can't deep throat, but I still make that shit interesting as fuck. Like, you don't have to deep throat to be a good dick sucker.
Because
you just gotta know what you're doing. And if you know what you're doing, it's gonna look hot every time. Like I said, some girls are so focused on like, oh, I gotta look pretty because it's right on my face, like blah blah blah. But if you just go and attack the dick, trust me, it's gonna look hot every time.
No, I'm gonna tell you the key to it. All right, it ain't even got to be sloppy. Well, camera wise, I'm not talking about what a guy's like because some guys is to their taste, but camera wise, she ain't got to use a lot of spit. It's nice for the aesthetics. You ain't got the deep throat. You just got to know how to work the camera and the dick in your mouth at the same time. Because I remember watching.
You got to look like you're having the most fun in your entire life. Like some girls, they don't even make sounds when they suck dick. And I'm like, you got to act like you are literally like dying because the dick is down your throat. You have to be gagging and yakking and like, I don't throw up or anything.
I'm going to tell you the noise that get dudes. It ain't the gagging. See, y'all think it's the gagging. No, it's the slurp.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Slurp does wonders when a dude hear that. He be like, oh.
Or the hold on, how do I do it? Like I'll spit, and then I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Like I need to have a dick in front of me. How do I do it? I'm like I have my mouth open but my teeth closed. And I'm just like, ooh. Like they love that. Like you just gotta be vocal.
You just gotta be a nasty. You can be nasty and not necessarily make the shit soaking wet. It's just the look of it, period. Even with a blowjob, it's like it ain't got to be extra wet. Don't get it twisted. Do we like it wet? Yes. But hell, I've been with girls that gave butter ass blowjob and it was not soaking wet. It was just good. It felt like a pussy.
No, trust me, I've had that comment before about my mouth feels like pussy. I've literally had guys tell me that they prefer my blowjobs over like my pussy. I'm like, what? I didn't think any guy would prefer a blowjob over pussy.
Oh no. That is for real. Because if a dude had a choice of getting pussy or getting blowjob, he'd take the blowjob.
No, trust me, there's this one guy that this was my little off camera boo. Like, I don't really talk to him anymore, unfortunately, but he was really cool and I would fuck him off camera. And I would literally be like giving this man head for like 20 minutes. I'm like, bro, can you please fuck me? And he's like, your throat is just so good. Like, he's like, I get in a trance and I don't even realize like how long you're sucking my dick.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I realize, trust me, I know every single second that passes by.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. Cause sometimes it be like it gets so good I just be forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
or if she's really into it, I have to actually stop. Like, yo, we gotta switch positions.
Oh no, he literally told me one time. He was like, "You can't look me in my eyes when you suck my dick because I feel like you're actually a demon trying to take my soul." I'm like,
oh my
yeah,
God,
probably.
No, you do got those. You do got those dreamy eyes. Yeah, because your picture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Especially with the glasses. Oh, it just be so cute and innocent with the glasses.
I know my glasses have been pretty popular recently. I've been wearing them a lot more.
Yeah, shoot. Now you ought to do a series with your glasses. Like you play like just different roles that might have a person be a glasses, or you play a geek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's kind of the persona. I try to do like the nerdy gamer girl. Like every time, I swear to God, because my whole room, my bedroom is set up like perfect gamer girl setup with like my games and like the LED lights and everything. So every time male talent comes over to my apartment, they're like, we have to do a gamer girl video. Like I literally have so many of like I have like 2 or 3 videos where I'm like sucking dick while playing a video game, or I'm sucking their dick while they're playing the video game. Like I have so many videos like that, and people love them every time. Doesn't matter. People love that shit every time. They love these nerdy freaky girls.
You're niche, and you're playing to the gaming.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, do you you play video games, right?
Yeah, listen, I bought my whole desktop setup over a year ago to specifically start streaming on Twitch, and I still have not started streaming on Twitch.
I was about to ask you,
Twitch is just a whole different world. Like it's so like it's hard. Well, first of all, it's hard to learn how to use Twitch. Like I literally need someone to like sit me down and teach me how to use it and like set up my like waiting screens and everything for me. And like I kept telling myself like it's better honestly to start Twitch like after you have a platform somewhere else, because it's hard. Like if you don't have any followers like on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, like it's hard to get people to watch you on Twitch. So I kept telling myself like, oh, like when I get more followers, blah blah blah. Yeah, I have a decent amount of followers now, so like I need to stop using that excuse. Twitch is it makes me nervous. Like starting new things honestly just terrifies me. So
with the Twitch, the gamer girl shit is popping.
No, I know. Like trust me, I know, because some of the first girls I ever saw making thousands of dollars a month on OnlyFans were Twitch girls. Like girls that were just streaming on Twitch and they were hot as fuck, and then they just happened to make an OnlyFans, and then overnight they made so much money off of it. So trust me, I know the power of Twitch, and like I keep telling myself like I need to start it.
You got the game. You be sitting there. All they do is just sit there and watch you play the game and hear you cuss. Now you might want to look. You might want to show a little cleavage or what have you.
Yeah, like Twitch used to be really strict about what you could wear when you stream, but now they don't give a fuck. So
yeah, because even to the point, like I was talking to a guy that's in the gaming world a little bit. He was saying that a lot of those companies was grabbing girls that was from OnlyFans and putting them on Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
No, like Twitch, like trust me, I knew about all this shit back in like 2014. I knew about OnlyFans back in like 2016. Like I've known about all this shit for a very long time. I was very heavily on the internet community. I just never took advantage of it because I was fucking.
So when we gonna get some cosplay then? When we gonna get some cosplay?
Okay, the thing about cosplay is it's so fucking time and money consuming. If I could pay someone to just like create the costume for me and put me in the costume and do the makeup for me, I will pose for all the pictures, I'll do all the videos. It's just getting in the costumes and making the costumes and like doing the photo shoots and everything. That's just I don't have the patience to do it myself. Like,
Yeah.
more power to the girls that do. Like, some of them are fucking
Yeah.
insane and like incredible, and I'm literally in awe every time I see them. But I'm like, I can't. And I hate doing photo shoots by myself. Like, I hate doing my own photo shoots.
Shoot. Well, I mean, well, I ain't go front. You found a photographer. I tell you that much.
Yeah, no, I have a photographer now, but I don't know. I wish I had, like, I swear to God, like, the girls that have photography boyfriends that just like live with them and take pictures with them all day long and take videos with them all day long, like that's how you have it set. Like, I would never go shoot again if I had like a professional content partner boyfriend with like a nice ass dick and a nice camera. Like,
Yeah,
I would never worry about pro shoots ever again.
Yeah, because I said that's probably be the only thing that would entice me to come back if I had a content partner. That would be the only reason. Because, you know, other than that, I'm done.
And like the husband and wife people, like Paige Steele, she has literally 1 billion views on X videos, 1 billion with a B. She doesn't have a single pro shoot. Like, she literally got famous on X videos shooting with her husband, and her husband's just a normal guy. And I'm like, that is literally the fucking dream. Like, she was telling me about it, and they went from literally normal people to now this is like her husband, like this is both of their full-time jobs. Like, they like her accounts support both of them. I'm like, that is literally the dream.
Yeah, because it like I said, these people, it's how you package it. You know, period. You know, because even to the point of like even with couples, it's like, one, you better make sure your husband is packing something. That's one. And that y'all look good together. You know, period. Regardless of where he may not be the finest dude, but for some apparent reason, y'all just fit. And it looks good on camera.
I mean, I honestly think it's because they, like, at least just for them, just speaking, they're literally just normal fucking people. Like, he doesn't have some big ass dick, and he's not like some ripped motherfucker. Like, I don't want to sound mean, but he's just like, they're just average people, but they literally get so many views on X videos. Like, people love that shit. Like, you don't always have to, like, people aren't always looking for the biggest dicks or like the biggest boobs or the fattest ass in the videos. Like, because they do a lot of like real life shit. Like, they do a lot of role play and like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you basically watching a married couple play out their sex life in front of you.
Exactly, and people love that.
And they unwittingly package it like that, and it worked. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I tell anybody this, is that when you think about your brand and what you're doing, think about the package that you're presenting. Because you want your fans to be invested in you emotionally. Because they invest in you emotionally, they're going to invest in you financially. Because they really
absolutely. And Paige is the only like content creator girl I've ever hung out with in public that was approached multiple times by fans. Like, we were out at the beach at St. Pete Beach, and literally multiple people came up to this girl. And I've been hanging out with like mainstream girls that don't even get approached like that. And I'm like, God damn, like this girl, like she's just a regular girl, and I love that. I love how fucking down to earth she is. She doesn't brag about that shit. She doesn't even look like she does porn. Like, but she makes an insane amount of money and gets an insane amount of views doing it.
Yeah, because part of the niche that she fits is the lady next door. You feel what I'm saying? Literally the lady next door. You know, period. And that's what actually, you know what I'm saying, that some people look for that, you know, period. Just like I'm
trying to be like the hot librarian that wears like sweaters and like long skirts every day, and then she goes home and like she takes it all off and she's covered in tattoos and she's like secretly a freak. That's the persona I try to have.
Yeah, it's relatable. That's what it's about. You know, and that's what I, explain to people whenever you do your scenes, even to the role play scenes that I used to do. Now, some of them, was not, ended up not being far-fetched, but I tried to find scenarios that that the average person could relate to that would involve sex, whether issue at work. Even to the point of, I knew I was in the hotel. I also explained why I was in the hotel so that it'll help with the fantasy. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether I'm on
Yeah.
vacation, she's on vacation, or we work together type situation. We at a convention. It's
Mhm.
I always try to cross the T's and dot the I's with the scene, because the one thing you never should do is underestimate the intelligence of your porn fans. Because some of the people, they
Mhm.
want a story, period, or a lead up or what have you. Like, even to the point, shit, I don't give a fuck if you just oiling up the ass.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like even if it's a gonzo scene, like I'm like, you're gonna at least oil up my ass and do some like dirty talking for a few minutes at least. Like
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
at the very least, we're gonna do that.
Or I had the girl, at least, like, she'll sit there and tease the camera, playing her pussy, suck her titties.
Yeah, or do like some people will do like a little interview, whatever. Like I'm cool with
Yeah.
that. Like don't just like, okay, camera rolling, suck my dick. Like what joy do I get out of that?
I hate
Just
that
immediately
shit. I'm
starting
sorry.
to
I'm
suck
like,
your dick.
no, I always felt the lead up made the most money. So,
Hmm.
but I done had you on here long enough, and we know you're gonna come back. You know I'm gonna bug you.
Hmm. I'll be back. Now that I
No
have
doubt.
interesting shit to talk about.
Oh, woman, do you realize we done went well over an hour, and you was worried about you may not have nothing to talk about? She's the most.
Yeah.
She don't realize when she's entertaining. Of a woman,
Yeah. People ask me to do podcasts all the time, and I'm like, I literally have the most boring life ever. I feel like I just like collect all the stories and like tell them all at once, so it makes it seem like this shit happens all the time. But I'm like, my everyday life is so fucking boring.
But see, this is the other reason why I do the podcast. You show your intelligence by the way that you talk and what we talk about. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because we didn't talk about porn the whole time. You feel
Right.
what I'm coming from? So it's kind of like you. It was the reason why I said, yeah, hey, you should do a podcast, because you're a great talker and you have more to talk about than just porn. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I very much like humanizing people who do porn because people kind of forget that we're human beings and like I don't know, like I said earlier, I made the joke that my Snapchat, like they know the real me because like I'm so real. Like I will tell them like if someone is like fucking annoying me or like if some shit happened, like I literally just go on like little rants on Snapchat. And people love that. Like I get so many people like replying to my stories being like, you keep shit real and we really appreciate that. And like like I was talking to someone about like, if you ever get big enough, you're gonna have to get an assistant to like run your pages and answer your messages and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I feel like if I do, like that takes away part of what my whole niche is and like what my brand is and like that I'm like the relatable porn star. Like I said, I don't glamorize this shit. Like I keep it very real. Like I'm still a normal ass person. I just happen to do porn. So as long as I can keep that going, like I will, and like I'm never really gonna like sell myself out and like not be completely real and down to earth.
No, I mean, to me, like I said before, from the first time I interviewed you to now, you have evolved into a full-blown, top-notch porn star, and each time I talk to you, it's growth there. It's movement there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even though you think you're not doing anything, you're doing a lot. Sometimes when you're in the picture, you don't see the frame.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
No, I'm very bad at that. And I am like my harshest critic. Like I kind of have the mentality like I have to be the hardest on myself. So when other people are hard on me, like it kind of just like rolls off my back. But then I get to the point where like I forget to like congratulate myself or like pat myself on the back because I have, gotten these big shoots. I have made all these, big changes in my career and I have been successful for the past over a year now. So I kind of forget to just like be grateful of where I'm at. Because I'm so like
I'm sorry.
very future minded.
She chills with Rome Major. I'm just saying. you one of his favorites. That's that speaks.
I don't know. Rome's pretty flirty. I feel like everyone's his favorite.
To the point that because even with Rome, he don't shoot with everybody. So I tell people it's the little things that we kind of don't notice. He don't shoot with everybody. So the fact that he works with you, looks you up to do shoot, speaks to how good of a talent you are. You feel what I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why I said you are one that trusts me. I told you before, and you know, and every time when you like used to complain, did something good happen, I would be like, I told you. I'm telling you, you are a star. It wouldn't surprise me you but get nominated for Urban X next year.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I'm a sore loser. I cannot do any award shows. I would literally cry my eyes out. So I know it's supposed to be an honor just to be nominated, blah blah blah, but I would literally cry my eyes out if I didn't win. that's the type of person I am. I didn't mean to kill you.
Now that's a good ass beat. And my boy give me the new weight. He don't give me the new weight. I get a 20.
Oh.
It's a 20, goddammit. So that's all I'm gonna say. So, but yeah, baby girl. So tell everybody where they can spend that good money on you.
My OnlyFans is official Gracie XXX. And my mini vids is Gracie Squirts. Those are my two main sites where you can see all my shit. Also follow me on Twitter at Gracie Squirts. That has the link in my bio to every website you can ever find me on.
No doubt. So, as you know, now next time, hopefully, we get the camera on.
Yes, hopefully.
And the videos are only on Spotify, and it will be only in the premium smoke room. So I suggest anyone that's listening to this, go ahead and get that $4.99 for a month and see this pretty face of hers. And she might even, you know, show us the booty. She might even flash the camera. We don't know. But either way, we definitely gonna bring her back. You know she's gonna come back. She's y'all favorite. She is Miss Smoke This Over. Because I'm sorry, she y'all love listening to her. So with that being said, you know how we end this all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you didn't learn anything? Smoke this over. Gracie, tell everybody good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Hey, it's Princess Havoc, your favorite BBW adult star and host of Causing Havoc, along with the fabulous Bobby Lucas, where we talk about anything and everything. Come follow the dopamine with us Sundays at noon, now with video. Part of the Premium Smoke Room family and streaming exclusively on Anchor and Spotify. Run, don't walk to subscribe now. For only $4.99 a month, you get my show and 4 other great shows as well. See you there. Mwah.